you want to sit up too? Shit.
Okay, first, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for allowing me to make this video. Right, Yahweh being the true name of the Most High, right? Bahashem meaning in the name of, which is in the Paleo Hebrew, and Yahweh Shai is the true name of the Most High's only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, right? And you Israelites today, right, are you blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and Latinos, right? The same people who fit the curses listed in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right? Now, this video is going to be a very short one. It's going to be talking about, what you've seen in the video, right? The guy whipping his children. And funny enough, there's a scripture on this as well, telling you to do exactly this, right? To whoop your children. And we can get this in the book of Ecclesiastes, right? Now, I want to start off in chapter 3 and read the first two verses. Maybe the first 3 verses, why not? But point mainly lies in Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes, the 30th chapter. Right, well, let's get into it. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that he may be safe. Right? For the Lord have given the father honor over the children, and have confirmed the authority of the mothers over the sons. Now, when we get this in a GNT, right, it says, for the Lord has given the fathers authority over the children, and given children the obligation to obey their mothers. Right? And then when you keep on going, what's that? Honor, and this one says authority over children. Yeah, I guess, look, fathers' authority over children, right? And, we all know that as well. But, you have a lot of houses with only the mother, and, there's no father, and, the boy turns out to be gay. The boy turns out, not respecting other people in the street, particularly other males, right? You know why? Because, they don't have that discipline, right? And whosoever honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins, right? That's a useful fact, right? Anyways, I want to get the main points in this, right? This is Ecclesiastes 30, chapter 1 to 13. And funny enough, when I was scrolling on Instagram not too long ago, and one of the brothers in the truth, posted something in this scripture, something in this chapter, not too sure, and it caused me to read the entire chapter. And funny enough, that's when I seen that video that you seen just now, right? That video popped up on my feed maybe like 10 minutes ago, and I said, "Damn, let me make a video on this, man." But yeah, I remember posting a scripture on my Instagram not too long ago, and I seen a Reddit post. I didn't go too much into it, but I seen a caption of it, and it said something along the lines of, is the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 30 wrong? It's telling us to whoop our children and to not give, freedom to them when they're young and stuff like that. And he had a lot of questions. But then again, there's just no understanding in that person, right? There's just no understanding in him. He's trying to say like the book of Ecclesiastes is potentially wrong, right? The scripture is not wrong at all, right? It's not wrong at all. It was given to us, for a reason. Anyways, and you can even get that in, I think it's on, let me see. I think that's might be either the book of Timothy or was it, or Peter. I'm not too sure. I even found another verses now, right? You can even get Proverbs, right? Proverbs 29, because I'm trying to look for that verse specifically that says, the scripture is given to us for reproof and doctrine, something along the lines of that, right? But I find other verses now, right? Put this in KJV. Gotta hurry up and leave soon, so I'm trying to make this video really fast. Come on, man. Right? The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. What do you mean by rod, right? What does it mean by rod? Let's see if we get this in the GNT. Correction and discipline are good for children. If they have their own way, they will make their mothers ashamed of them. True, but I want to see if it actually says, because by rod, it means like something to hit your child with, right? Or I guess in this part it says, correction to discipline, right? Either way, the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 30 nonetheless tells you, to actually hit your children when they get out of line. Yeah, but that verse I was looking for is in 2 Timothy, 3rd chapter. Right? Well, let's 3:16. Right? All scripture, actually, no, I won't get this in the KJV. Right? All scripture is given by inspiration of the Most High, Yahweh, right? And is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. As well, I can get this in a different translation. You see, this is why I like the Blue Letter Bible better, man. Like, you don't have to keep doing all this other stuff, man. It's just way better. All you gotta do is just click, pretty sure Bibles, right? Right? NLT. All scripture is inspired by the Most High and is useful to teach us what is true and to make us realize what is wrong in our lives. It corrects us when we are wrong and teaches us to do what is right. Right? Again, useful for teaching, rebuking, correcting, and training in righteousness. Right? So that guy talking about, the scripture is wrong, read 2 Timothy 3:16. Right? Anyways, get this out the way. Our father is Ecclesiastes chapter 30, 1-13. Right? It's in the GNT. So the words compared to the KJV is a little different. Right? But the meaning should stay the same. Right? A father who loves his son will whip him often so that he can be proud of him later. Right? Will whip him often so that he can be proud of him later. If a son is disciplined, he will be of some use, and his father can boast of him to his friends. Anyone who gives good guidance to his son can not only take pride in him among his friends, but he can make his enemies jealous. Right? In the KJV, it says, make his enemies grieve. Right? While the father is alive, the sight of his son makes him happy, and when he dies, he has no regrets. He is not really dead because his son is like him. He has left someone to take vengeance on his enemies and to return the favors he owes his friends. But anyone who spoils his son will have to bandage his wounds, right? His heart will stop every time he hears a shout. An untamed horse is going to be stubborn, and an undisciplined son is no different. If you pamper your child and play with him, he will be a disappointment and a source of grief. Laugh at him now, and one day you will have to cry over him, grinding your teeth in regret. Don't give him freedom while he is young, and don't overlook what he does wrong. Right? Even when you get this in the person in that Reddit post was talking about, how the book says, we can't give him freedom when he's young. And he had another question. I think he said, how can we teach him to have respect if you don't give him freedom? He says something. I can't remember what he said. Right? But even in the KJV, it says, something very similar. Like, don't give him freedom and don't overlook when he does wrong. Whip him while he is still a child and make him respect your authority. Right? If you don't, he will be stubborn and disobedient and cause you nothing but sorrow. So discipline your son and give him work to do, or else he will be an embarrassment to you. And just the other day, this is in my personal life. Well, not even in my personal life. This is just in life, right? A specific example, you got these kids subway surfing, right? And just the other day, they died. Right? It was two kids. It was 14. I'm pretty sure it was 17, right? Look, right? 14 years old in Brooklyn, right? 18-year-old left in critical condition. The 14-year-old is dead, right? Subway surfing on the train, right? Like, come on, man, right? Had that child been disciplined, but then again, I don't even know, right? Because don't forget, this is the Most High causing all these incidents to happen, right? But you can use this as an example, right? Your kids is not disciplined, and look what they're outside doing, right? So you can take that as an example, and you can take anything as an example. Really, you got these hoodlums in the street. As I said before, there's no father in the house. The house is not going to be the same, right? But that's that for the video. I'm gonna give all honor, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for allowing me to make this video. Right, Lord willing, you edified. Lord willing, see me in the next. And with that, I'm gonna say a strong shalom, shalom.